Let's get started. I know that this video is primarily focused on SSDI Social Security Disability Insurance recipients as requested. I have all the information and exactly what you need to know right here in the video. SSDI $1,400, fourth stimulus check update for Social Security disability. Although I mentioned that this is a video specifically for SSDI beneficiaries, what I discuss in it applies to almost all beneficiaries who do receive payments from Social Security, including but not limited to, not restricted to Social Security retirement disability, as SDI survivors, spouses, and of course, SSI beneficiaries. In any case, let's get into it, go over the specifics, and address any queries and worries that I notice some of you have in the comments area below. Inquiring about the most recent information regarding a $1,400 stimulus check, where we stand right now, and whatever else you need to know about the present state of affairs, those of us in the community who do receive SSDI, let's get right into it. It goes by quickly before we do, so thank you for being here. If you haven't already, please do yourself a tremendous favor and click the subscribe button directly below the video. It's completely free, and I'll be here for you right away. Your side every day, keeping an eye on the headlines, new bills, packages, proposals, announcements, and anything that might be of interest to you at the moment, such as money benefits, raises, benefits checks, programs, stimulus checks, monthly checks, and the list goes on. Goes on and on. I'm keeping a close eye on everything, bringing it to your attention daily in these brief films, and speaking out for you. As I've maintained for a long time, 2024 is all about you, the beneficiaries on fixed and low incomes. If you don't believe me, just wait and watch how crazy everything is going to be with everything that is going on right now. As November approaches, it will become more significant and influential because of everything that is going on right now. And they need to. It's true that they depend on each and every one of us, and they are aware that a sizable portion of the population has a fixed income. It will be interesting to watch what really transpires in this situation, but I don't want to become too attached. I apologize for getting sidetracked, but let's get into the specifics. First of all, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe below and share the video with your friends on social media. A share button is located directly below the video. Let's get started and discuss what you have asked for as SSDI beneficiaries, where we are at the moment, whether we are receiving it, how much it will cost, who will be covered, including you, and other related matters. This is a question that I see in the comment section below on prior videos almost every day. In fact, I see so many questions that I actually read through as many comments and questions as I can. Again, I try my best to read as many as I can. To be completely honest and fair though, I cannot read them all because I receive thousands of comments every day, and it would take me an eternity to read them all, and went through as many as I could. But this is a typical query that I receive from several sources, including SSDI, SSI, retirement, seniors, and a long list of other VA beneficiaries, such as this. Hey, I get SSI, can I get a stimulus check? Hey, I get SSDI, can I get and will I be included for a fourth stimulus check? I get disability benefits, can I get a fourth stimulus check? Obtain retirement benefits, will I also be eligible? I'm a senior, disabled, and low income. I see questions like these almost daily. That's why I wanted to focus on SSDI in this video once more, since you're a member of this community, and I want to help if I can. So please let me know what you need, and once more I'll take down those remarks. If you're not an SSDI beneficiary, I have a ton of movies on my channel specifically for you, and I can always make more. Here, and I'll try my best to create such movies for you. As I always say, I'm here to help in any way I can. In any case, allow me to clarify the current situation. I want to be fair, and I mention this in every video I produce, that I've ever discussed stimulus recently. As of right now, no fourth stimulus check of any amount has been approved, okay? I've always been very open, honest, and upfront about it, and I won't ever do so again. Sit here and say, watch your account checks coming tomorrow. Nah, not saying that right now. I won't say anything until something is approved, and I am positive it will arrive at that time. Until then, I won't be sitting here and say, there are other guys here on the tube who say things like that, but I'm not going to be one of those, okay? I've been extremely open and honest about this, and we don't currently have a stimulus check on the way. Now, though, let's go into the specifics because, you guessed it, we're reaching out to lawmakers and saying, well, we need to keep an eye out for certain things in order for a stimulus check to be passed at some point. Need money, right? No, it's us approaching the administration to say, hey, old president, we need some money, right? We apologize, but he couldn't care less about whether we're struggling or not. Perhaps this year he does. Since we already know what he wants from us, a small check mark or box on a piece of paper in a few months, so it should come as no surprise. But let me tell you what I'm really keeping an eye on, and what actually counts when it comes to stimulating the economy, you've undoubtedly heard me say it 1,000 times before, is the economy. Let me quickly explain what I'm observing here to show you why this is so crucial when it all boils down to check distribution. All right, so this is what we're monitoring: the economy. Specifically, the job market as measured by the non-farm payroll statistic, which is announced on the first Friday of each month at 8:30, is what I'm watching most. Morning. The non-farm payroll, or jobs report, is released on the first Friday of each month at East Coast time. It provides information on the number of jobs created or lost in the previous month, as well as the overall employment situation. Unemployment rate is doing what's happening here, which is extremely essential. Over the past few months, the unemployment rate has been gradually rising. When it comes to the economy, an increasing unemployment rate is bad, but an increasing unemployment rate But for those who wish to receive a stimulus payment, then that's a good thing because as the unemployment rate rises, the economy declines. This is why, to start, companies are laying off employees and dropping payroll. Businesses are failing, closing, and all sorts of similar things are occurring. So when the unemployment rate rises, it truly indicates that the economy is weakening. That is, fewer people are required in the workforce because in a strong, thriving economy, we don't need as many workers. Have high actual unemployment compared to our extremely low actual unemployment. So it's actually a wonderful thing when we see this trend increasing in terms of additional stimulus being distributed. Now, obviously, I don't want to sit here and say, oh, hooray, people are losing their jobs. No, I would never say that is a bad thing because many people rely on their employment for a living, and when that occurs, finances are at risk. It's a sad scenario, but sadly, there is nothing we can do about it. It's simply a fact of life. We are merely observing the situation from the sidelines, much like spectators in the stands, and there is little that we can do to change it. Nevertheless, we must keep a constant eye on the economy because it is the main source of information concerning the labor market. Okay, so that's number one. Next, I'm watching the inflation figures, but really, who cares? We already know that inflation is still quite high, so they can keep telling us that inflation is declining, and I'll keep saying that's untrue. When it comes to inflation, it doesn't really matter because it's just not rising as quickly as it was. However, I can assure you that if the economy collapses, the last thing people will worry about is inflation. Going to care? We are aware that many individuals are saying, oh, I won't do anything because I'm worried about inflation. I will not give a damn when the economy collapses once more. Instead, I will print trillions of dollars and they will inject it into the economy as they always do. And the last thing they will consider is inflation. They won't give a damn because they know that what matters more is to fast revive the economy and not worry about a small amount of inflation. About inflation, they're going to print a ton of money again. That's what always occurs during economic contractions and recessions, so we need to keep a close eye on that. After that, I want to keep observing the Federal Reserve because it's crucial. Nevertheless, in the end, it's not really that significant. Rather, the longer they maintain extremely high interest rates, the more restrictive they are on the economy. Picture it as a large, old serpent. All right, gross, but imagine it like a boa constrictor. What does it do first? It wraps around something, tightens, constricts, and contracts around it. As a consequence, it resembles a large Federal Reserve. In other words, increasing interest rates is like a giant boa wrapped around the economy, contracting it. The economy is being wrapped around this whole tightening and tightening process, and eventually it's going to bust or something like that. But you get the idea?